I don't know. I'd say I'm reasonable. Okay, that's completely unreasonable. I'm reasonable.
I'm unreasonable.
You have no idea just how reasonable I have been.
Reasonable synonyms are sensible, rational, practical, fair, appropriate. Fitting, suitable, logical. All things I would definitely say describe me. Do they describe you?
Welcome to I'm Reasonable with Zainab Johnson.
I'm reasonable. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to I'm Reasonable with Zainab Johnson. I am Zainab Johnson. I currently am in a hotel in Minnesota, but by the time you guys see this, I will actually be in Amsterdam. I will be in Amsterdam and Geneva this week. I'll be traveling, and so I wanted to make sure that I taped and filmed this episode before I got to Europe, because I have never been. So there's no way that I was going to put my European festivities aside, my travel and exploration festivities aside to tape a podcast. But I am taking the time to do this before I head to the airport. So, hey, everybody, on a scale from J.D. Vance to Mike Pence, how reasonable have we been? Well, I guess my question was answered, right? Does celebrity endorsements matter? America said, no. When I tell you no. Left a good job down in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never thought, wait, what's I don't be knowing the words, you guys. I do not be knowing the words. Let me start again. Left a good job down in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute of sleep, 'cause I was worried about the way that things might have been. Big wheels keep on turning. They do. Proud Mary keep on rolling. And we rolling. If you ain't started singing along with me now, then sing along. Rolling, yeah, rolling on the river. Oh, America spoke loud and clear. Yo, it was like literally the moment I uploaded the podcast and went to sleep, I woke up and first of all, I didn't even have to wake up to turn on the news. I had a bunch of text messages like, damn. But all is not lost, people. All is not lost. Okay, so Donald J. Trump is now our president-elect. He's our president-elect. The people have spoken. And so this is not a time to be petty, although we can. I know all the people that voted for Kamala are looking at everybody around them, because so many people. I mean, listen, I always be side-eyeing the Electoral College. I always be side-eyeing them. But the popular vote, I always feel like I'm more in line with the popular vote, but I was not. I actually listened to an interview on The Daily with Nancy Pelosi yesterday, and I actually understood why America spoke the way it did. Listening to the interview with Nancy Pelosi pissed me off. I don't even know if I'm going to get into it today, but listening to that post-election results made me realize, the game has changed. And we playing with the same old rules, and the game has changed. Anyway, I know it's a lot of people who voted for Kamala looking at everybody around them like, fuck you and fuck you too. Fuck you and fuck you too and all right, today we are this is going to be a short and sweet episode. But we ain't nothing really in the news. I mean, everybody just went back. Like I said on the last episode, I thought it was going to be the purge, and I was trying to decide, do I have enough money to survive the purge? Because that's really what it all boils down to. I know we could talk race, we could talk sex, we could talk we could talk gender identity, we could talk all of that. But it really comes down to your socioeconomic capability. Now, does race, sexism, gender politics, etc. play a role in your socioeconomic identity? Absolutely. But for you to survive a purge, you got to have that money. Yo, I realize I've referenced Upload so much on my podcast. And I'm sure people are like, she referencing Upload because she wants us to watch the show. Like, she's just doing promotion. And like, yes. But also, every time I say something, a thought bubble pops up. Like, this is exactly what Upload is about. If you've watched my show, if you've watched the show that I'm on, it's about even in the future when we are dealing with people's consciousness, when we're dealing with people passing, when people, the ability for someone's consciousness, so essentially them, to live on forever is still in the hands of billionaires, corporations, and tech. We're going to talk about the election results. Briefly, it's going to be short and sweet, like I said. And so we're going to briefly talk about Kamala's loss to Donald Trump. I don't know if I'm going to touch on Hakeem Jeffries or if I'll do that next week, because I feel like we're still waiting to see if Republicans swept the entire government, or if there's still the House, if Democrats maintain the House. We don't know yet, so I may not even talk about that. Anyway, first, let's get into where I will be. As you guys are watching this, I'll be in Geneva. First of all, everybody that came out to St. Paul, Minnesota, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out and watching the show. It's like I ran my hour, but I also got to get off a little bit of my election frustration at the top of each show. So thank you so much. And let me just tell y'all, I know y'all know Minnesota has a huge population of like Somali, of just like East African population. Let me just tell you, some of the most beautiful women I ever seen in my life. Just be at my show. It's like, did they walk off the fashion runway and then walk into my show? Because, they like, Zainab, we love you. And I'm like, I can't even not look at you. I feel like I'm peering into just like a bowl of beauty. Like, it's just, anywho. I know the people that came that are just average looking. I appreciate you too. I appreciate all of y'all. I really did have a good time on stage in Minnesota. So thank you everybody that came. And when I come back, make sure you come see me when I come back. I was about to say something, but we'll wait we'll cross that bridge when we get there, right? So I will be in Geneva tomorrow. I will be in Geneva Thursday, November 14th. Then Friday and Saturday, November 15th and 16th, I will be in Paris. Then November 18th through the 23rd, that's Monday through Saturday, November 18th through the 23rd, I will be in London, England at the Soho Theatre. And then after I have the time of my life in Europe, I will head back to the States, and I will be in Ontario, California, November 29th through December 1st. I will be in Austin, Texas, December 4th, Houston, Texas, December 6th and 7th. I will be in San Jose, California, December 31st. So come spend New Year's Eve with me. And that New Year's Eve show, just FYI, I won't be running like my actual hour. I'll do a special show. I'll do a special countdown to the New Year's show, and I'll discuss like all of the stuff that we lived through in 2024. Of course, from a very humorous perspective. And then in the new year, 2025, it will start off in Seattle, January 3rd and 4th, then Raleigh, North Carolina, January 9th. Then we go to Washington, D.C., January 16th through the 18th, right before the inauguration, January 16th through the 18th, Washington, D.C., February 6th through the 8th, Pittsburgh, February 21st through the 23rd, Chicago, April 11th and 12th, I will be in Toronto, Canada, April 11th and 12th. Yo, people be coming in. When I'm in these northern states, people be driving in or flying in from like, Canadian cities or other northern states. I just really, really appreciate y'all. But I'm coming to Toronto, okay? April 11th and 12th, so come see me. April 13th, I will be in Portland, Maine. Now, I done been to Portland, Oregon. I ain't never been to Portland, Maine. April 13th will be my first time. That is a new date that has been added, one night only, Portland, Maine. And then June 19th through the 21st, I will be in Baltimore, Maryland, okay? The link to those tickets are in the details of my podcast. Of course, I have more cities, more dates coming soon, so just stay tuned. While I have you guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe. Hit the subscribe. Hit the subscribe. See, here's the thing. What I have realized is nothing, not even the thought of having to see Donald Trump's under eye concealer for the next 4 years can steal my joy. And really, this is all this episode is about. That's all I want to impart to you guys, regardless of where you are in the world, where you are on the political landscape. Joy, not at the expense of someone else's pain. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up because I deserve it. And you want to give me a thumbs up, like the podcast, share it. Okay, let's get into what's up with Z. I told this story on my IG stories when it happened, but I'll tell it here because it tickles me. And I really, really appreciate it. So I have been on the road. I've been eating Sweetgreen. I've just been finding Sweetgreens wherever I'm at, which is a salad place. And like you can get not pre-made salads, but like they design salads themselves, or you can create your salad yourself. And it's just a brand. There's certain places on the road where it's like, okay, I just know what they have to offer. I know what it's going to do. I know that it's going to service me, and I'm going to do that. So I go into the Sweetgreens when I first get to Minnesota, and this girl who is works there, she's not very pleasant. Like her demeanor isn't it's not overtly pleasant. There's no smiles. There's no, how's your day going? There's it's just standard. I'm going to do my job, and that's all you're getting from me. So, ma'am, what can I get you? And I'm like super I actually think that I have been overcompensating the past couple of days since the election, because I do think that there might be some assumptions made about people. And here's the thing. I realize I'm not going to let anybody's views taint like my demeanor. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm also not a sore loser. Because it's not even really that personal. Like it is. Like voting is very personal, as we saw. But meaning, like, I'm not about to hold no grudge against my neighbor. I'm not about to make all sorts of, I'm not about to be on an elevator with somebody that might look different than me, that might look like something that I might think might associate. I'm not going to make assumptions. I'm just not going to make assumptions. I am going to operate in the world with complete transparency and kindness. Kindness above all, in the hopes of getting that back. And if I don't get it back, then then I'm going to pop up like, fuck you and the fuck you too and you know. Anywho, so I was being extra like, how are you? She did not let me know how she was. I realized that's my comedy cadence. I give it to you and then I'll be like, da da ba ba ba. Da 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 ba 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 ba. Like the rhythm of my comedy. Yeah, she ain't give me nothing. And I said, okay. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do the kale. I'm going to do the wild rice. I'm going to do this ingredient and that ingredient. And then there was one ingredient that I really couldn't make up my mind, because sometimes that ingredient be really hitting, but sometimes they don't make it right. And so I was like, you know what? I don't really know about the sweet potato. Like, you know, sometimes. Then I went to like talk directly to her. I was like, you know how sometimes it be kind of hard. Like, y'all don't cook it all the way through. Do you think that she walked right away from me. And I was like, oh my God, is she done with the conversation in my mind? And she didn't walk away from me like, I'm done with you, but she just went to get a sample cup and she gave me a sample. She was like, I don't know how you like your sweet potatoes. I'm not about to try to figure out how you like your sweet potatoes. So here, taste the sweet potatoes. This how they taste. If you happy with them, then we could go with sweet potatoes. She wasn't saying none of this. She said 2 words to me. She wasn't saying none of this, but this is what she was saying silently as she handed me the sample cup. And then I tasted, and then I said it. I be narrating everything as it happens. I said, oh, okay, you just going to get a sample. Okay, you want me to decide myself. I tasted the sweet potatoes. They were just fine. And I said, okay, I'll take the sweet potatoes. And then I was like, oh, I'll take this. I'll take that. I'll take this. And she was like, is that it? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. You know how you be like, yeah, I think I'm done, waiting for somebody to be like, you sure you don't want to? She was like, do you want me to add, do you want a piece of bread? Because you know at the salad places, they always got bread. She said, do you want a piece of bread? I said, no, I don't want no bread. And then she said, okay, do you want me to put this in a bag? And I said, no, I don't need a bag. Let's not, here I go, trying to be extra, trying to connect with her again. I said, let's not waste the paper, right? She did not say right. She did not say anything to me. And she said, okay, ma'am, have a good day. And I was like, I was confused at first because I hadn't paid yet. And so I was like, damn, she really want to get rid of me. And I said, oh, wait, what? And she said, oh, did you want something else, ma'am? Did you have another order? And I said, oh, no. She said, okay, well, then have a nice day, ma'am. And I said, I actually whispered, you guys. I said, oh, but I got to pay. And she said, ma'am, I said, have a nice day. I said, oh, okay. And I said, yo, she got to be one of the funniest characters that I have ever encountered. First of all, I really appreciate the kindness, because that was kind. That was, I don't know why she did it. I don't know if maybe she knows me, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe she felt like I have no idea why. I do know that I found, this is what I didn't say on my IG stories. Right as she's wrapping up, like right as I'm finishing up my order, I saw a cell phone right near their cash register. And I picked it. I said, oh my God, somebody left their phone. And then she must have known who's like the lady that she just helped. She was like, oh no, wait. And then she went and tried to like look for the lady. And I was like, you know, don't even worry about it. I was like, just hold on to it, because it's the lady's phone. So she gonna come back she'll realize she ain't got her phone, and then she'll come back here. You know, maybe it's an iPhone. Maybe she even got the location on, you know? And so then after that, she was like, okay, ma'am, have a good day. So maybe because I didn't try and steal somebody's phone. I don't know. I have no idea. Only she knows why she comped a salad for me without telling me that she was comping the salad for me. But I appreciate it. But I thought it was so funny because her kind of demeanor, her, I don't want to say personality, but just the interaction didn't feel very warm. It didn't feel like there was going to be something generous at the end of the interaction, but there was. It kind of reminds me of this guy that I saw years ago, very briefly, that I dated very briefly. He was a rebound, and he was mean. He was mean as fuck, you guys, so mean. And and used to yell, or his disposition was always angry, like a curmudgeon, like a grumpy old man. As much as he was older than me, but he wasn't, he was much older than me, but not like that, right? He was not an old man, although he was older than me, but grumpy. But the thing that used to be so funny is he did everything that I asked. Which is how he became the rebound, right? He did everything that I asked. Like I didn't even have to ask for it. He would just call me and be like, "Did you eat breakfast? Okay, I'm coming to get you. You got to eat breakfast." Like, not that I wasn't like depressed and not eating breakfast. It's just I could just say something. I could be like, dang, I really need to start taking a multivitamin. And then he would just go get the multivitamins. Like, he would do everything, but he would yell while doing it. And it used to be, it's not funny. It's kind of not funny. That's like strange. But it used to kind of be funny because he would be flipping like, "You need multivitamins, right?" And I would be like, "Thank you." Anywho, yeah, that's what's up with Z. It ain't nothing really. She was very reasonable, and so was I. Our reasonables look very different. So no question there. All right. Kamala lost. That's okay, girl. I actually wanted to, first of all, I actually listened to Trump's victory speech, and I listened to Kamala's concession speech. And here, let's actually listen to it again together.
To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves.
For everybody watching, do not despair. But fuck you and fuck you. No, I'm kidding. You know, when I was watching that, I was like, dang, I think she'd been probably crying. I don't know if that's true. But I just know what her face looks. I know what her face been looking like on this campaign, and that face looks a little bit different. That face looks a bit distressed, which I understand because it's hard to lose to somebody you don't respect. It's very, very hard. Everybody can lose to someone who they think is a worthy opponent, someone that they have respect for, someone that they think is good, someone that they think is going to do good, although they just were competing with them, or they disagree with some of the things that they stand for or strategize for. But it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to take to the chest when you got to lose to somebody that is dumber. I don't want to say dumber because she ain't dumb, but someone who is dumb, someone who has not the experience someone who is so severely lacking the qualifications that you have. It's hard. Someone that is such an unworthy opponent. It's hard to take that. Forget the presidency, just in life, it is hard. It's hard. That's why y'all know if you at work and you more qualified, you smart, you show up every day, you show up on time, and that person that keep getting promoted over you for whatever reason, I don't know why that reason is. But you speculate what the reason is. It's a hard thing to take to the chest. So I think that this was a hard loss for her, although at first I was like, dang, she lost by a lot. But then as I'm like watching like professionals break down like the numbers and stuff like that. It's like, actually, it wasn't. I mean, it was more than anyone hoped for. Certainly her, I'm sure. But either way, it don't matter if you lose by 3 votes or 30,000 votes or 300,000 votes or 3 million votes. It's like a loss is a loss. And it is very hard to take that loss from someone you don't respect. It's so difficult. But as she said, do not despair. Do not despair. Please do not despair. I tell you what, and I ain't trying to be petty. Because I was looking at the numbers. And, some people been lying. I had to say that to the women at my show yesterday. I said, now, white women, y'all lied. Y'all said white women was for Kamala. Y'all were not. I don't know, maybe like the white women that I know are for Kamala. The white women that be at my shows, except for I can see the few people that be at my shows that be like, how did we get here? Because they be in the crowd like this. And I be wanting to say, you could get up and leave. You ain't got to sit here and be unpleasant. You ain't got to sit here and just beam hate from your eyes at me. You could get up and leave, but I never address them. I rarely address them because it's just like a negative comment. I'm not going to give attention to the one hating asshole in this audience. When I got all of these beautiful, beautiful women from all different walks of life that are here in love and good spirits and joy, you think I'm going to give your negative ass attention? No. But, what black women, we do what we say. Ooh, we do what we say. We do what we say. And I ain't, I'm going to work on, like I said, not being petty. I'm going to work on not being petty. But there is a part of me that want to take on Trump's characteristics and be petty as fuck. Just like he about to be over there pardoning every insurrectionist. Ukraine, you not getting no more money. Say hi to Putin, because there might be a hotel on a Gaza Strip. And that's sad. That is awful. I ain't trying to be petty. I really ain't. Because, we stand in the gaps for everybody. But I'm going to start having to ask. I'm trying not to. Who you vote for? Yeah, no, I'll go to the march with you. They don't want to let you, sir, marry your husband? Yeah, I'll go to the march with you. Wait, who did you vote for? Oh, damn, you can't get an abortion? Okay, wait, no, I'll sign this petition, but who did you vote for? They sent your abuelita home? And it ain't even the right country? Of course I'm going to go march with you. But wait a second, who did you vote for? Y'all better, they canceled your IVFs, that they canceled your insemination midway. I know, Texas is what I know, but you wanted it in the state's hands, right? Yeah, no, I understand. I get it for all women. Yeah, I'll sign this petition. But wait, who did you vote for? Y'all better get all that Shein and Temu. Because these tariffs that's about to be put in place, it's going to make that polyester very expensive. But like I said, I'm not trying to be petty. But that shirt, that spandex set, it's going to cost you, all that merch y'all be selling on TikTok, it's going to cost you $2. But it's going to cost you $900 to get it into this country. So, but guess what? So, Tamika Mallory, my friend actually sent me a video that Tamika Mallory posted all the corporations that donated to the Trump campaign and didn't. And let me just tell you what, Target, that's why I mess with you. Because Walmart donated heavily. Target, not a dime. Chick-fil-A donated heavily, but that was to be expected. They come on now. Target though, so I can maintain my habits. Anywho, yeah. Well, we got, I don't want to talk about, because I could get into it, how, Biden didn't leave early enough, and America's racist and sexist, and people are ignorant and stupid. And I don't think that it is I don't think that it's productive. It's actually counterproductive to place blame, I choose to focus on the positive, which is we got 4 years to see if Trump's toupee is going to blow off in the wind. And that brings me joy. I will admit, the worst part about this is the possibility of having to see J.D. Vance over and over again. Good God, I can't even go into that right now. Anywho, I'm going to stop here. I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick, acknowledge that I know, because I know the episode that I put out last week, I put that out the night before the election results. And so I just wanted to come touch base with you guys, say hi, stay positive. Here is the reality. Here's the best thing that I can say. If you voted for Donald Trump, then great, congratulations. And I hope that he is everything that you want him to be, that you hope that he will be. I really hope that everything that you believe that is good about him, you are absolutely right. If you did not vote for Donald Trump, don't worry about it. I woke up Wednesday morning, and one of the first conversations that I had was with a television producer. It was my first meeting of the day, and I could tell that even it was kind of like we were kind of like in a cloud, wait, what? And we also live in California, which is this bubble, this liberal bubble where, the sun is shining and trans people can do what they want, and kale is everywhere, and we're riding in, driverless cars, and everybody got solar panels on their house, and blah, 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 blah. But I had to tell him that I woke up, and one of the first thoughts that I had was, my ancestors, we have lived through worse and thrived. And no one has stopped that. Now, there are hardships. Things are difficult. Things can be tough at times and not ideal, surely. But we have persevered. We have succeeded. When everything is up against us, we still show up and show out. So, and if Trump is a good president, that serves me as well. So I'll leave you with that. There's no Ask Z this week. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, reasonable week. And hopefully I'll talk to you guys once I get to London. Until then, stay reasonable. Bye.